This bag is probably my dream bag. I finally got it. I got it from a place that we probably shouldn't be supporting. I'm sorry. $14. Was it 14 or was it 12? It was either 12 or $14. From a place called rhymes with bein. Is bein a word? That's not even whatever. Rhymes with bein. Listen, I don't want to shop on there, but I got this for either $12 or $14. Anyway, I love this bag. It isn't too big, it isn't too small. It's just right. Of course it's gross and dirty. Okay. This is why I don't go outside. A bug literally just landed on me. I I'm fearing for my life. I'm probably only gonna stay out here for like 5 minutes and then go back inside. I hate the outdoors so much. Anyway, we're reading The Couple. This book is really, really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably only about 48% into the book. So let's read. Excuse me? Excuse me. What? This book is called Alice's. Actually, let me pull it up also on my Mac. Sorry that I am in such a mess right now, but I didn't think it was only going to be like 2 pages left of this book. Like, I'm confused. Okay, so this is book one. Alice's Allison's Adventures in Wonderland. That is the name of the book. I won't say the name of the author. I'm not here to like slander or anything like that. I'm just gonna change my star rating to 3. There we go. Okay. This series, because it's a 3 book series, and basically the first book, in America, in the US, it was free for Stuff Your Kindle Day. In Canada, it was not. I ended up buying the book because I was so interested in Alice in Wonderland. If you don't know, that is one of my favorite movies. I love the animation so much. I just find it to be such a beautiful and colorful world mixed with negative and emotional, mental. It's just, I just love how psychologically all of it is. That was a terrible way of explaining it, but in a sense, it's like you have this colorful place, this colorful and whimsical world, but it has a lot of secrets and a lot of pain, if you will, or like just twistedness. It's kind of like honestly, it's kind of like our society. Anyway, um you basically see the wonder, but then there's also an underlying part of Wonderland. For this series, it's called basically they're in Underland where it's all curses, magic, stuff like that. So it's a lot more different than the actual Alice in Wonderland plot that you may know or may not know. But it just I so the first book I ended up buying on my Kindle, and I read it. I rated it 4 stars. I changed my rating to 3 stars now because I'm realizing that this series is just it's not my cup of tea. If you like it, honestly, this series is for the people who do love Alice in Wonderland, but also who love the spiciness of books. It's very much a harem. If you don't know what I mean by harem, you can Google it. But it's basically a harem. It's a romance. It's a fantasy, dark romance specifically. But the first book was really fun to read. I would recommend the first book if you are okay with, again, the spiciness. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I would recommend the book if you like that. I just wouldn't recommend continuing to read book two. That is literally the book that I finished, and it's called Allison and the Torrid Tea Party. Now, again, reverse harem. That's how it is. That's the um, plot. Plot? Do I say plot? That's the genre. I just don't think I enjoy this genre personally. I prefer a couple. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like reading the books where, for example, in Twisted Lies, you see how for anyone who hasn't read Twisted Lies, this isn't really a spoiler, but all I'm gonna say is that the main character man, Christian Harper, he's very like jealous, possessive. Like he like I like reading about the guys who end up choosing one woman. Do you get what I'm saying? And with this series, it's like as it's I suck at explaining things. I don't regret reading it. I gave it 2 stars. The overall rating is 4.2, which is I'm sure a lot of people like this, and I understand why. But I think for me, it's just not my cup of tea. Um, Not to mention, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but the writing for it is very, and just say like it is. It's basically reading a Wattpad book. It's like, with all due respect, it's like a 14-year-old wrote it and put it on Wattpad, and now they ended up making it into a book. Hi. I try to be very careful when I buy dark romances. My main point from this little rant that I did, not even little, it was a long rant, I'm so sorry. But my main point was I find a lot of the time, actually, I wrote it down because I know I'm gonna lose track, okay? Okay, I understand how books are meant to be an escape and a way to disconnect from the world, but the moment an author adds themes of essay or further or more, dark themes, it can be really harming, especially when there is misinformation and or a lack of respect for those dark themes. Yes, there are warnings in the book before you read. So, book two of the Allison's Adventures, there is a trigger warning. But I feel like with these dark romances, they tend to use essay and others, like dark stuff, as a weapon and then romanticize everything. There's been only one book that was a dark romance that I had to DNF because of certain stuff that happened in it. And the moment I went to Goodreads, reading the comments in Goodreads, I'm seeing that a lot of people are defending the book and are talking about how it's a kink and all of that. And I question, how is a woman saying no to going further a kink? So I just find that a lot of dark romances, they tend to have those types of dark themes, as well as there are times when the female main character will be crying, will be traumatized, all of that, but it's like we're supposed to look past it and then still romanticize the situation. Like, dude, I took notes, but I can't even follow those notes. Okay. The main point of this clip is to recognize the fact that in a lot of dark romances, there are themes of SA and also grape. And I know that there's content warnings in the beginning of the book to warn the audience, especially if it's harmful to anyone, please don't read it. Like, take care of your well-being, take care of your mental health. But I just don't like how SA and grape are presented in these dark romance books. I feel like not all the time, but some of the time it's used as a weapon. It's used, and there's a lot of misinformation and just a lack of respect for the people who did go through grape and SA. Hi, this is editing Jasmine. I had to bring in my sister for this because I don't think I could properly articulate what I'm trying to say when I'm talking about the abuse and in books tend to be used as a weapon. Okay.
Regarding how I feel characters are weaponized in these books, I was trying to refer to how the main character, like, the whole thing is that trauma, their trauma, instead of exploring the other aspects of their characters or what their other aspects could be. It just mainly focuses on their trauma, and it's just a quick way to make you feel bad for the main character and to make them quote unquote complex when you're actually just like simplifying their character by just giving them one main trait.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this series. Don't get me wrong, again, I had fun. I did, but I think there needs to be some editing happening in this book because I think it could genuinely be a better one and a more credible one, as well as a more respected book in the sense of just how she used SA in it. I'm just happy I finished the book, to be honest with you. I at least I'm able to say like I finished the book, but at the same time I can't get over the fact that so many dark romances use that, and I just feel like it's used as a weapon. It's not used with respect. That's just my opinion. Um yeah. Okay, bye.